The only thing that'll save this game is a bounty hunter Ags. Have we really gotten to that point in elimination mode?
Could happen.
No, it's more legit than PLs, I'll give you that.
Fog, you my camp, buddy? Okay.
If this is safe lane, Chessie co-op again, there is some serious pressure on this Queen of Pain to have a nasty game.
Yeah. Well, that's never happened in this patch, so maybe this will be the first. Queen of Pain will blow up.
Well, Chessie did have a godlike streak earlier on Queen of Pain.
Neato. I'm sure it will win the...
Well, they did Chessie safe lane co-op early. I don't know if they'll do it again here, but... Sky's the limit.
Guy is actually the limit in this game because he is going to destroy Queen of Pain. So that is the limit has been found.
Good math, Slag. So we'll have game 2 coming up momentarily here, folks. This is the second to last day of EM3. Tomorrow is just the best of 5 grand finals. Of course, the show match, the best of 1 ability draft, Slacks versus Sunfan will be starting right before.
And
the
I
tail
will
end.
Win. Thank you, Fox. Yeah, I guess we're going in that draft, eh?
Yes, draft it, please. I mean the game.
Wow.
Wow.
Great job, panel here. We are in potentially the last game of this series. This is Onyx versus Complexity, game number 2. Again, winner moves on to the grand finals. Fight against the EU big boys, OG. Loser, well, they're just going straight home.
Yeah,
I'm Annie, joined by Purge. How's it going, man?
Pretty good. Better since the worst transition I've ever heard
that was
led into us.
Atrocious.
It was real bad, but we're gonna survive. Against some more games, fingers crossed. The Onyx draft is pretty cool though. Lots of cool features, lots of stuns, gank potential, laning stage strengths. But you never know with Bounty Hunter. If coL gets ahead, and coL is pretty good at 5-manning and winning those fights sometimes, they could absolutely accelerate in a big way.
Yeah, they definitely could, but I gotta admit, I'm riding the Onyx train right now. They picked Skywrath Mage, my favorite hero in the whole game, and I mean, early levels, this guy is just so good.
He really is strong. Although they do have to deal with Heartstop Horror this game, there's a lot of tanky heroes on Onyx. That means if Mood just stays alive, everyone on Onyx will die. So they got some good stuff going for them.
Looks like it's going to be a relatively uneventful starting game. Just going to be a rune stolen on either side. Down bottom, Dire snap it up. Z-Freak able to get a little bit of gold from here. I think our panel pointed it out. There is a world of pressure on Z-Freak here to start getting bounty kills, get his level 6 ASAP, and make it so there's at least potential for gold advantage.
Yeah, and I think Onyx feels comfortable aggro dual laning consistently just because they probably feel they can beat coL in the laning stage, but this one's going to be a little bit harder. Troll plus Spirit Breaker versus Necro and Disruptor. At level 1 at least, coL has a huge advantage here. And yeah, instantly Mason's going to rotate lanes. That's because if they left Quap solo off lane versus a Centaur Warner, I feel like Quap can beat that as well, just with aggro spam. So we'll probably see some lane rotations. Yeah, that's what's happening. Centaur against the dual lanes. This is going to be a more typical game than the previous.
Yeah, lots of pressure on monkeys here on the Quap. I do like the choice for Senta to rotate down. Like you said, just keep it beefy, keep it tanky. It'll be a little bit easier for Onyx to get those levels going without feeling like they're going to get completely harassed. And towards the mid lane, Z-Freak, and he's walking around, but there is already dire vision set up, so he's not too sneaky.
Yeah, I bet we'll react to this, although a little bit slow. Maybe he didn't see it.
And he's walking back. The Razor has been really on point with those static links, just wanting to get as much damage as possible, and has found a really good one on Skywrath Mage to start things off, and well, he's sitting on an extra 36 damage now, so able to get some good last hits for himself.
I'm pretty surprised that he grabbed Unstable Current level 2, because it does nothing against Viper, but I'm guessing he did this because if Skywrath Mage actually shows up mid, at every single time the nuke comes, it'll reflect.
No!
Huge kill from Monkeys. I missed it. He got a solo kill. Alright, well, it was a sick kill, guys. Although I would say Skywrath Mage is definitely very vulnerable as a support. It's one of the big negatives to him. So a hero like Quap that's offlane who gets some like a free level 2, level 3 where Monkeys is now at, he can open up this whole game now. That's a huge, huge kill.
Oh no, you're making me feel so bad, Perch. It's all good. I think one of the reasons 747 picked up the unstable current is because it does give a visual shock when Spirit Breaker charges him.
It's a great point as well. Yeah.
That's my go-to Razor pick against Spirit Breaker. Abed gonna be moving forward here. Z-Freak's right behind him, trying to slow him down. They get the body blocks in, and Abed is gonna keep stealing that damage. Can actually get the kill here. One more hit from 747, it should be enough. Puts down the tree, tries to juke, but that's gonna be a big swing of gold going towards the Razor.
Yeah, that's one of the hero matchups that actually makes it hard for Viper to play the game, because very few heroes can out DPS Viper, but Razor certainly can with static. Right, can somebody shut that dog up? Oh my god.
Destroying that thing. Oh my god.
Okay, stop choking it.
I don't think he can. He has to get the rage out. Anyway, we're gonna have Monkeys doing his best up here on the co-op, just sitting on those brown boots. I mean, what does co-op have to do this game to be the best offlaner possible? He's getting good experience.
Fast level 6. But... That's it. She already got a kill. Scout's Mage is still level 1, for God's sake. All she needs to do is not die right now and hit level 6.
Unfortunately, I don't think she's going to be able to do that. So Dubu snaps up a kill, slows down her progress a bit.
It was good timing. They were basically waiting for Demon to get level 2 there before they tried that, because they needed 2 disables, and Silence would have provided one of them. Do get the kill on Monkeys, but he's already level 4 is a really good spot. I think I would keep going top for him and wait until you get 6, and then instantly turn that into a gank somewhere.
Yeah, looks like Z-Freak and Melon's moving their way towards mid, but it is going to be pinged out. The Dire know what's up. It looks like Viper's going to be playing pretty safe, hanging onto his own high ground for now.
Yeah, it's really tough for him. Way less last hits than you would expect. Actually, that's not even true. He's got the same as what 747 does, so despite the tough laning stage, just still doing well here. Sentries will not spot each other. Pretty funny.
That is tragically close right there.
And it doesn't spot the ward either. A little unfortunate. Well, you put it your sentries in weird places sometimes.
Yeah, 747 really enjoying the static link. He has picked up the 1 point in Plasma Field, but I think he can just max out that W and he'll get what he needs to.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised Abed didn't go at least 1 level in his passive. I feel like that might have kept him alive in some of those early gank attempts, because it would have slowed attack and movement speed a lot, but he went for more of the Nether Toxin. He still doesn't have Corrosive Skin, in fact. Not sure if that's worth it. A little iffy, I feel. Poison attack will definitely help some of that mobility advantage. Kind of covers a similar situation. They're going to try for a kill mid.
Yeah, Centaur's only going to be level 3, so certainly no Stampede to get everyone in place, so his smoke's going to pop and he's just going to walk away. Demon not able to find the kill there, but Demon, his smoke's going to pop, so they got to know Z-Freak's around there somewhere. Doing a good job keeping himself hidden right now.
coL's doing really well this game. It's going a lot better than the previous. I would say they're basically winning all of their lanes. I haven't been watching the safe lane for them very much, but Swindle's now picking up level 4, Moo's also at 5, so it seems like they're getting experience all over the place. The only person's a little under-leveled is Bounty Hunter, really.
Yeah, Bounty Hunter gonna be stealing up some XP here, at least trying to. Making sure Centaur's feeling unsafe farming. Spirit Breaker easily charges away from that static link from Razor, but I think it's gonna be too nasty, and now we're gonna have Bulba here. Really getting eaten. He's gonna get glimpsed back underneath the tower. They got the kinetic field on him. It's like he's gonna try to stomp. There's the silence coming in onto the Necro, but he's still gonna go down. Mason though, he's rotating up, and Troll Warlord is angry. He's whirling his axes. Now Z-Freak is gonna be getting chunked a little bit. Skywrath Mage moves forward. I think they're going to be able to pick anything up here unless Spirit Breaker charges back in, gets bash onto both. They're able to find the pick onto the Bounty Hunter. Moo going to be next on the menu. Doesn't have his Ghost Shroud up, but he's got that movement speed. He's got full tread, so able to walk himself away.
He's actually a really slow hero, though. He got another movement speed nerf. Kind of sucks for Necro, but he was a little too strong. In the early game, he's a very valuable hero. Almost picking up 6 here as well, so we can see him getting a kill in the lane. I still think coL's doing very well. Hero to check up on is probably coOp. She's about 5.5 right now, and when she hits 6, going for an early rotation could impact the game heavily. Abed's still farming well. D2.
747's just really getting the most out of this static link and not having any trouble finding farm for himself. He's not going to be highest on the network.
It's at 22 right now, so I think that's mostly because there's been a lot of ganks from Onyx, though. Not necessarily because he's missing last hits. He's just reacting correctly to what Onyx is doing, attempting kill-wise. Because as long as like the Viper is a little bit behind, or at least isn't super accelerating from getting hero kills, then the hero will fall off a little bit. Razor's kind of in the same situation sometimes, but because he's in the mid lane and he's against like a Skywrath and a Spirit Breaker, it's kind of tough to do anything but play super defensive when you think a gank is coming.
Down bottom, speaking of ganks, Moo's gonna get charged and right into the Ghost Shroud. Yeah, just gonna be going back. Rest of Complexity are gonna be smoked up, wrapping around. This is the first movement by the Razor, all the way back in, and goes for a quick static link onto Mason. Not gonna get any damage from that. Now Mason just goes for the TP out. Is gonna get held in place by the Scythe. Still running. His Whirling Axe is trying to buy him some time. One more hit means he does go down. It'll be Moo picking up gold.
Told you, Heartstopper Aura, super OP right there.
Oh yeah, he can't run.
I really like this Treads build on Necro though, because whenever you actually kill creeps, you're getting regen, and then you can switch to Jelly Treads. Can't come on top though.
Yeah, tried to blink away, but the charge still went on through. One more Arcane Bolt, not going to be enough to take down Monkeys. The Freak gets aggroed, but unsuccessful angle for Onyx.
Pretty good for successfully lowering Monkey's HP at least, but Razor TP into the top fountain here is going to refill their mana, but this Observer Ward's spotting all this out, so... The crucial level 6 is up on coL though. I don't know if he has the full mana rotation though. Going to be very, very close. Yeah, he basically has to use all of his mana just to do a Blink Scream ult. So he's going to have to wait at least until he gets a Null Talisman or two, I think, to be able to afford this.
Yeah, he's got one Null Tally if he wants to. He's going to go ahead and try with the ult. Ooh, moving forward, just wants to get this kill into Z-Freak. They've got the bashes. There is going to be the silence to throw on another Arcane, and it should be enough to get down Z-Freak, but unfortunately, no, the fake comes in. He's invis. He picked up another kill here. Complexity are feeling so much more comfortable this game. Monkeys used his ult, burned up all of his mana, but that is worthwhile.
Yeah, he played that really well. Saved his wand charges for another Scream instead of going for a dagger or something like that, and Z-Freak able to buy himself time for the raindrop to stop the damage. Very good solution against Arcane Bolt in the early game, and now Onyx is in a really bad spot because Skywrath Mage is only level 4, and it's almost towards 9 minutes, 10 minutes. He's super under-leveled and isn't going to be able to combo very well. And I just don't see Onyx doing that well with combos until at least their Spirit Breaker and their Skywrath Mage hit 6. Or the Centaur gets a Blink Dagger. Until then, Onyx is going to get wrecked in the lanes, with the exception of Viper in the mid.
Yeah, our panel was saying that Onyx got this flawless draft and Complexity was going to be really struggling to find what they need, but called it out. They've won every lane, I'd say. Well, overall, net worth and XP is in their favor.
The issue was that it came down to lane predictions, that coL went for the QoP off lane at the start, and Onyx went for the Centaur. So by the time that they had rotated the Troll to the top lane and the Centaur to the off lane, QoP already gets level 2, which kind of changes the whole thing.
Here we go, nice gank on the Razor. That's going to be 7-7, getting checked a little bit. That momentum slows down. Demon's going to go ahead and TP out. Glimpse back, though. Demon can't escape, and the rest of the Radiant, I don't want to let these guys off completely scot-free. We're going to have a chase in. Abed moving forward. Z-Freak, he's crawling around, getting vision for his team. He initiates onto Demon here, goes in. Shurtov does a huge amount of damage, but can they actually get the pick? But Z-Freak himself might be trapped. Spirit Breaker's going to go ahead and charge out of danger as the rest of the Radiant respawn and rotate in.
So the that lane rotation just mattered so much in the laning stage because of the fast level 2, level 3 QoP. It allowed him to kill the enemy support, whereas if it was level 1 QoP, level 1 support, the Skywrath Mage could have zoned the QoP. So just like that 30 second to 1 minute period of time really offset thing and gave Monkeys a big advantage, and he made a great kill that absolutely impacted the laning stage, and then the rest of the lanes also went pretty well for coL. So basically they kind of won 3 lanes with the exception of mid, I feel like, where Viper got a lot more farm than Razor because of the other ganks. So real good for coL.
Might get ready to eat it here. QoP has her ult back online, doesn't even need to use it. Moo's gonna pick up the kill there with his Scythe, and Monkeys again still has that ready to go. Mason has to completely back.
Absolutely, he's not ready to fight, and because QoP had a good game and picked up the fast Veil, now Moo doesn't have to buy a Veil. Instead, he's going to be able to just go raw HP and go for an Atos. So any of the mobility advantage that that Onyx might have had is just kind of countered now. So heroes like Viper or Centaur have to be extremely careful to just the hard route that Moo's going to provide.
Yeah, I mean, Viper, we saw him farm really, really well in lane. He's sitting second on the net worth chart, but right now he's just not moving. He's not feeling really impactful. What's going to change? What items does he pick up? What is he, where does he rotate? Who does he stick with to get the most out of
He's going as efficient as he can in terms of items. Power Treads, Wand, Aquila, and a Dragon Lance. He's going to have a lot of HP and a lot of agility, but it's going to come down to the team fights. Can he actually get a couple kills in the fight? If he can, it'll change a lot. But if he just gets bursted down right at the start from like a Reaper Scythe, then Onyx is probably going to lose the fight because he's kind of a huge amount of his team's damage. Although he's got Troll at the least, so he will attack faster. And yeah, at some point Troll will be an impact, but it takes a lot of time for Troll to be ready to even take a fight. He needs to get possibly a BKB so that he doesn't just get Necro ultied. He might want to get like movement speed items like SNY or Yasha so he can actually chase people. It takes a much longer time for Troll to ramp up than Viper. So Viper's most of their early game right now.
Z-Freak has hit his level 6, so these track kills may start to come out soon, and that's going to swing things even more in Complexity's favor.
Yeah, if they keep getting kills. That's the important thing.
Pings out.
Initiating mid here. Got Atos in 6. Way too early to ult though.
Oh, Moo's gonna get charged here. Moo may actually be in a lot of trouble. Goes into that ghost route, but nice ult.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, Monkey able to rake in the kills now, and the Atos shows up just in time to kill that Skywrath mage. So that is 3 heroes dead. Lexi have to commit a bunch of ults to that, but that is super worthwhile. They're gonna turn that into a tier 1 tower, and they're definitely picking up some momentum.
Yeah, it's talking about if kills happen and all of a sudden they pick up 2 super easy ones. That Viper looked so squishy there. Which is surprising considering his item build. He's only got 1 point in corrosive, so the Veil is still pretty useful against him right now. It will become a bit worse as time continues, but I wonder if that was a mistake skill build-wise. I think he was still going to die there no matter what, but coL's just rotating really solid right now. And the only hero that's slightly gimped is Razor, but he's going to catch up if these fights keep going like this.
Absolutely, you can steal more damage and just start dishing it out. Freak getting some good eyes in this bottom lane. Gonna initiate onto the Centaur. He's gonna stomp for nothing. Now there is a track up. The Freak gonna keep those out. Skywrath Mage comes out the ult, but doesn't find any kills just yet. Necro's getting low, getting focused down to the back of the fight. Dubu gonna be ulting him on the back lines. Monkey trying to run away from the Troll Warlord. They lose the Necro. They trade for the Centaur. And there's gonna be more blood starting to shed. 747 left to his own devices. Monkeys just has to bail. Blinking back under the tier 1 tower, but Monkeys is so low, fresh out of mana, as the wand charges can toggle boots, but TP is going to take a lot. See if he's going to be able to escape. Looks like Abed just hops right on top of him. And that's going to be 4 heroes dead on Complexity immediately. Melons goes back into the fight, pops down the ult onto Spirit Breaker. He's taking some damage from it and will end up going down. Nice solo pick for the Disruptor, but still not a fantastic fight for coL.
Yeah, definitely very bad. And it all came down to just 1 hero dying. If Necro had like a cloak there or something like that, would have been completely different. Because most of the damage he actually took there was magical, and he did pick up an infused raindrop, but against things like Spirit Breaker, Viper, Skywrath Mage, you need magic resistance. So I kind of wish he had a cloak, and he has queued that up now, cloak with a hood. Absolutely what he needed in that last fight.
Melons is gonna smoke. That was a big smoke from the Disruptor there.
Can maybe kill Abed here. Decide to chase. Yeah, glimpse back.
And they glimpsed him back. They want him. They got that Atos going, and they're getting more damage for 747. Plus 63, so if Complexity want to try to take this fight, they can, but they're going to settle for just a tower after a nice pick up on the Viper.
Very nice kill. He could buy back here. Maybe try to defend. Dubu gets spotted. This is huge.
Gonna get tracked as well. Mason getting really, really low. The Tuna Pain ult gonna finish off Moo. Gonna get the credit for that one moving forward. Like you mentioned, the Heartstopper Aura just being such a nuisance here. Find another kill onto the Spirit Breaker. 747 need to back off here. That's a little bit ambitious. Arath ult gonna be committed, but Moo gonna be healing everyone up with that Death Pulse.
So 747 still having some trouble staying alive and surviving, but his net worth is a little bit lower than the rest of his teams. But as it continues and he gets more items, harder and harder to kill just because Unstable Current's so good this game against all the Onyx heroes.
Yeah, Razor with that Dragon Lance queued up, almost has enough gold to just outright buy it, and that's going to be a lot of stats going his way. Monkey's going to get charged. It's going to get canceled there. That would be very ambitious from our Spirit Break.
All these observer wards that Onyx placed down too, they were all around the fact that that Complexity was going to want to do this like 5-man thing, and they put all the vision down for it, but the fight still went really bad. So that's going to really hurt them in the next couple minutes because there's almost no reason for coL to push up aggressively on that lane anymore. So they're going to be lacking vision in the other lanes when they fight and get ganked there.
Yeah, I mean, this is looking so different from game number 1 where Onyx just got in there, took the reins, and steered it in their favor. Complexity just woke up and all talked about how this is what they like to do. They like to kind of toss aside game 1 and really rally for games 2 and 3. Is that what you think we're going to see?
Absolutely. I mean, they set up another kill mid here. They've got an Arcane Rune as well in Necro. He's about to hit 12. So lower cooldown on that. It's going to break into though.
Ooh, he walks up. They know there's someone here. The scan revealed he's going to dump the Atos, but Dubu still goes in. Viper moving in, and we'll see what damage is going to be coming out. Melon comes in, has the ult, dumps it out. That's going to be Troll Warlord focused down first in this fight. Centaur holding on to his ult, going to be going in, trying to do what he can. But he's going to get Atos as well. This Atos is super value. Dubu gets so low. The Razor going to be coming in, will eventually die. Moo, though, with this Ghost Shroud, is just unkillable. Abed, the only survivor underneath his own shrine, wiped up. That was 5 heroes dead, trading only for a Razor. What's happening to
Well,
Onyx right
I mean,
now?
they technically killed Necro like 3 times, but he healed so much HP that it basically didn't matter. And that's exactly what happened. He went in first. He took the full brunt of the Skywrath mage damage, and he was able to survive through it with the help of the Hood of Defiance. And then immediately after, pop Ghost Shroud and stop all other sources of damage while he gets healed up. And as soon as he gets 1 kill, that's where things basically change. If he survives the burst and gets a kill, it's all over, because then he's healing like 70 HP per second or something like that for 7 seconds. It's insane amounts of regen, and that just kept happening during the fight over and over again. Got a fight finish now too.
Huge swing of momentum in favor of Complexity. I mean, they had pretty solid lanes. Spare the Razor maybe got slowed down a little bit, but now everyone is on track to be huge. Looking at the net worth split, we have just a lot going in favor of Complexity right now.
Yep, Razor's still playing really safe in the back lane. They're gonna need a glimpse back.
Oh, they're looking for it. They just got the Atos. This thing is just so high value. Centaur, there's just nothing he can do. He has to stand there and take it.
Interesting they didn't go for the Reaper Scythe here. Probably want to save it for the high ground. Just the longer cooldown on Centaur, maybe it doesn't matter if he has buyback, so gonna save it. Atos is getting so much value though in these early fights. The disable. Who needs stuns? We got
they
Atos.
glimpse back in onto Mason. They found him. Looks like 747 with damage as well. Underneath the shrine, the troll is just scrambling, looking for a way out. 747 finally starting to take a ton of damage. They burst down the Razor, but they may find some consolation prizes in the form of the Spear Breaker that gets priced down. Rest of Complexity, they have got a way out if they need it, and they're gonna just step back to the low ground.
Centaur's back alive again, so he's gonna be chasing if they stuck around. There's the pipe finished on Necro, the Arcane Pike on the Viper as well, so he's going to be able to get out of danger a little bit easier. But their right-click damage is actually quite severe on Onyx. That's maybe the big scary part for Complexity moving forward. And Razor's got to deal with magic damage, he's got to deal with right-click damage. Like, he stole tons of damage in that fight, but he's just not staying alive. And he's also going to pipe himself, and he really needed this a little earlier. And in some ways, I feel like he should have just gone for treads this game, maybe skip the Dragonlance, because he just needed as much early game stats as possible, so he dies less.
New Viper getting some good use out of that new Hurricane Pike, just blasting himself up onto the high ground, making sure that coL can't find this pick.
But they wasted Stampede at the same moment, so
Yes.
That's a big loss. 80 seconds left now for Centaur ulti, so this should pretty much guarantee that coL can take the tier 2 without any response.
Looks like Onyx, they're just going to be content to grab that tier 1 bottom, but we've got to rotate back and defend this pretty soon. Complexity riding that momentum still, over 10,000 golds in their favor. XP a little bit less dramatic, about 6,000 going their way, but the big levels are starting to come in. We look at Viper on the side of the Dire. I'm looking at level 15, but most heroes, in fact all heroes on the side of Complexity, have hit their 10.
A very tense moment for Onyx. Very close to going high ground. They're probably going to do it. They just pinged it. They do have mech finished on Bounty Hunter. He's going to pick up an Aether Lens afterwards, which would be pretty good for moving silence. That's actually a big damage aspect of Onyx. Whoever the what's it called, Ancient Seal goes on, they're going to take a lot more magic. So being able to remove that or reflect it would be great. The Necro on the front, everybody hits buildings. Look for an opportunity with either Atos, Glimpse, something like that, and try to keep the Razor alive. And the Monkey just waits till the group happens. I think it's a pretty straightforward team fight for coL. Onyx, on the other hand, they've got to find a way to initiate their heroes. Probably a charge, maybe smoked from the side would be the best way. Because if they can just run over their opponents and like do combos on a couple people to kill them right at the start, it would make a big difference. So got to avoid the Necro. They've got to kill somebody else, and hopefully nobody gets Necro ulted. And that's going to be tough with this disadvantage.
Yeah, especially playing against this Disruptor that wants to glimpse you every which way. You feel like a ragdoll. Onyx just completely at the mercy of what Complexity want to do, and it's like they're going to be trying to initiate onto Moo here. Hit him with a little bit of poison, but I mean, he's piped. He doesn't care.
They went for the glimpse on Abed just in case he TP'd from somewhere else on the map, but he had been there long enough, so nothing happened. So looks like coL's just going to play it safe. If they could have gotten a grab with the glimpse, it would have been worth it, but they don't want to mess around here, especially when they have a bounty hunter. Anytime that they take fights on the map, they should have an advantage there, so just continue to get track gold kills.
Yep, Roshan is completely open, neither team having any real aggressive wards around the pit. Definitely a lot easier for Complexity to snatch up, but we'll see if Onyx want to go for some sort of sneaky play regarding that.
Yeah, that's actually a big negative for coL's draft here, is that it takes them a long time to kill Roche. They have the map control, like you said, but Onyx by far has the better heroes for killing Roche between Viper and Troll. So that could be an impact here. That's something that coL is not going to be able to easily get an advantage of like normal. They're going to try to fight Z-Freak.
They tried going for the charge, immediately took it off, realizing, oh god, he is so not alone.
very hard to kill. Even Swindle's very, very experienced too. Cast range, he's got an urn and a wand. It's a great item build on Disruptor.
Dubu sneaks into the trees, is able to TP out before 747 sinks his claws into him, but you can see just how reactionary Onyx are playing right now. It's so different from game number 1.
Yeah, and they're really forced to do this. It's a bad position to be in with Spirit Breaker too. If you're winning a game with Spirit Breaker, it feels impossible to play against it. But if you are losing with the Spirit Breaker, it can be useful. But all Complexity is forced to do is be kind of close to one another, and they should be able to back each other up. Razor actually going to go for BOTs next to increase his movement speed. Pretty standard Razor build. But I'm not sure if it's the right move in this game. We'll see how it impacts things.
Moo gonna get pinged out. He's just walking around. Again, they've got Z-Freak in the vicinity. See how scared the Dire are. Abed forces himself forward just to TP out. They're gonna have to sack the loss of the Centaur here. Now Moo doesn't have his Aghanims just yet, but he's getting close.
And once he finishes that, you're gonna see a lot of really slow respawns for Onyx. Making a big difference, and all the wards getting killed, immediately popping a smoke after. They're going to try to grab another kill with a glimpse. All they need is to land the Thunderstrike, and they should be able to pull them back.
There's mad pings here. I mean, Mason's just chilling. He's going to go farm up some neutrals, but he's going to get surrounded upon.
They know where they're farming.
Yeah. Oh, the Centaur. He did nothing to deserve this. Z-Freak going to be going in, tosses out the track onto Mason, and they're going to be able to get him back. Look, communication, they're throwing the Atos out as well. He's going to shrine himself up, but just look at damage coming in. The Troll's hidden for all he's worth, but it's a godlike streak now on this Necrophos.
It looked like he was doing 0 damage. Was he sapped on damage?
Yeah.
He was statically.
Razor's like 112, so...
I was like, why? Man, they're healing a lot over on coL. This Quap is real tanky. No, just a dead hero. And they didn't use Necro ult, not off on cooldown yet. 20 seconds it will be though. And oh, they spot Abed down in the bottom corner of the map. They need more damage though, because if they don't bring somebody else...
Viper's just chilling. He's accepted his fate. He's gonna go ahead and buy out the Mithril Hammer for his BKB, but he's just you can't do anything. You're completely boxed in.
That's tough. Z-Freak found him, I guess. Just saw, hey, all these trees are missing. I wonder if there's a hero hiding in the corner. And it's a Viper. It's just so hard for Onyx to get on the map. They're kind of hoping to find a kill here or there. Maybe Viper's hoping that Disruptor would come farm that wave, or maybe Razor, but...
Oh, TP out from the Centaur. It's gonna get cancelled. Z-Freak able to pop in the Shuriken. They got the glimpse as well. Oh, goodbye.
And even more gold. So just about finished with his Lotus Orb on Bounty Hunter. Very good timing, 23 minutes plus gem, so...
Alright, Purge. When are we gonna see the Bounty Ags?
Possibly after this Lotus Orb. Certainly possibly. Not sold on it happening, but maybe. I think he'll go Blink Dagger first would be smart, just to give himself a bit more mobility, but maybe after that he buys it. But it's just clear, like, if you ever watch the way Complexity play, they like doing 5-man stuff with items that help them win team fights. I mean, he might even buy a Vlad's first before he goes for a Blink Dagger, just because that's like standard coL stuff. Their hero's more tanky and win team fights at a higher rate.
Everyone on Complexity are grouping up. They're going to try their luck at the Roche. Mentioned Onyx have much better heroes for it, but Onyx are so defensive right now. They do not want to get anywhere near Complexity. The Roche slowly but surely getting chugged down. The rest of the Dire just on their base waiting for the inevitable.
I kind of like this item build that Swindles went for. He went for Aether Lens in addition to the range perk. Something that kind of is forgotten about. People just don't care because they think Glimpse is long enough range. But the cool thing about the range advantage is it really helps you get Static Storm kinetic fields down on many heroes without them reacting. In some ways, it's like a mobility item. And he's also gotten the kinetic field cooldown reduction perk. So now he can cast kinetic field from super far away. He could just initiate with kinetic field right now if he wanted to.
Oh my god, that range is very far.
Yeah, it has some good potential there.
Monkeys, again, having the Aegis after that last Roche sneak, has Orchid already completed and going for a BKB. This is going to be fighting Quap. Monkeys wants to be frontlining, and there's a good reason. 8, 2, and 15 is the kill score in a Queen of Pain. Our panel talked about the importance of Monkeys getting a good start in her, and oh hell she did.
Force staff to save the Troll Warlord there. Just buys him a little bit of time. Cole's going to be forced retreat.
Deep initiation here from Dubu. He really wants to get something started. Melon's going to take the full force of a Skywrath Mage ult, but 7-7 stealing up the damage, and Moo continues to rake in the kills, finds a double for himself. Brian activated on the side of Onyx, but these racks are tumbling down.
Yeah, good punish on the Disruptor, but it only does so much.
Oh, Monkey's moving forward. Doesn't have ult. Already spent it up. In fact, fresh out of mana. They're going to give this Quap the Lotus Orb. She does have Aegis if necessary, so Monkeys may just burn this. They're going to go ahead and Atos the Spirit Breaker before he's able to continue his charge. Aegis burned on the Quap, but she can get right back into this. She's going to respawn with full health,
Ooh,
full mana. Combos are ready to go.
That would have been a triple kill if he had an Ags. Did he build this?
Thanks, Perch.
It actually would have been a triple kill. That was a sick chain frost too. They're gonna try to catch, but that's the wrong person to charge, I think.
Is Duba really going to go all the way in for this? Seems like a very ambitious Spirit Breaker play. He's going to go ahead and get Static Link down, and Monkey is going to blink forward. Goodbye, Dubu. Elbow looking for some sort of cleanup. They might find the Razor. In fact, they do get him down with a Skywrath Mage ult. Z-Freak going to go ahead and fade out. Not going to get clipped by that Skywrath Mage shot. But meanwhile, the Troll does go out. He has buyback. It comes in onto our... It's just a massacre.
He's got so much gold on Bounty Hunter. 3,500. Mid-max is gone, and yeah, that's definitely good game. coL just their laning stage was just so good because of the lane change that Onyx was forced to do, and then just some nice plays from Monkey pushed him into basically I'm now a solo mid instead of an offlane Quap, and that is really dangerous territory.